Hello, Stephen here from Hawkulele. Today we're going to look at GarageBand tutorial number 5, and in this one we're going to add keyboards to our song. Let's jump straight into it by clicking on GarageBand here. And there we can see GarageBand song number 1 ready and waiting for us. So let's click on that. There we go, we've got our 4 tracks that we've put in so far. 5 tracks actually, there it is, there's the top one. What we want to do is we want to add in another track. So we're going to click on this plus here. This brings us up to our keyboards. Again, there's lots of different things you can look at, but it's the keyboards today we'll focus on. I'm going to ignore the smart piano, the Alchemy synth, the sampler. I'm going to go straight to more sounds here. This gives us our choice of different types of keyboards. So I'm going to look at the classic rock organ to start off with. I want to see what sounds they've got. So I'll press classic rock organ. And there we have it. Just to check where this sits in our tracks, we'll click on the tracks button here. And there it is, ready and waiting to go. We'll click back on that keyboard symbol here. And we'll have a listen to different types of organs and different types of keyboards now. So we'll click on the settings wheel here. Now track controls. This takes us to this pane here. I'm going to click on classic rock organ. Now I've got some choices, all these different keyboards. We'll try the classic grand. Maybe not, we'll try a different one. Click on classic grand. Let's try the electric piano. Now you'll see there's something called a sustain button here. Now if I click that, each note is sustained. So I can keep it going a little bit longer. Click it off again. Let's try a different one. The grand piano. Again, I can sustain those notes if I want to. Sounds good, but not the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to go to the soul organ. Here we go. Yeah, that's the sound that I'm looking for. So I'm going to click here. And that'll bring me to this whole keyboard. Now you'll see it says C3 and C4. And that's where we are on the keyboard. Now if I want to go a bit lower, I'll click on this button here. It takes me down one. Click again, takes me down another octave. If I want to go back up, I just click the up. It goes all the way to number 6, which is quite high. There it is. I'll come back again to C3, right in the middle. Now if I run my finger up and down the keyboard, there we go. If I want to move it, I'll click where it says glissando here to scroll, press on one, and I can drag the keyboard up and down. I can scroll up and down to where I want to go. Click again, there's glissando. Next I'm going to press on this button here. This will give me different scales that I can play. So if I press a major scale, it's just a major scale in C. If I press again, I can change it to things like pentatonic scales. All sorts of different scales that you could use, maybe a blues scale. And we can move that up and down if we want to. Let's click on that button to come back out of there. Next one we're going to click on is this button here. And this gives us all these different chords. It's a bit limited though in the scope for me. But you can play those chords if you want to. We'll click back on that button and come back out. Now I'm just going to scroll this whole thing down to where C4's in the middle, like so. So all this needs now is for me to play through, record it, and I should be ready to mix it back into my tracks. Here we go.
I fly away, oh glory, I fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, I fly away.
And there we go. Let's press here. And we can see that our soul organ drops nicely into our tracks. Nice and bright green at the bottom. Now to hear that a bit more clearly, what we can do is we can drop the other instruments down in the mix just a little bit. There we go. We'll drop them right the way down. And if we play through our soul organ, we can hear if it's actually right. Okay, so it's not too bad there. If you want to re-record, of course, do it as many times as you want to get it right. All I'll need to do then is just mix these back in at some point, make sure that I'm happy with them. Now remember, what you need to do every time you do this is make sure you save. So we go to this little triangle again at the top here. Click on My Songs and watch for that saving. There it is. And there, that's saved, ready for next time. So I hope you've enjoyed this today, adding some keyboards to your song. Just remember, have a play around, see what different sounds you can find out. You're not going to break it. Enjoy yourself, have fun, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.